Okay, so let's take a look on the new topic, that is sexual reproduction in the human beings, in which we'll study about the human male and female reproductive systems respectively. Okay, so if we first take a look on the human male reproductive system, shall we go with the parts of the human male? So if we talk about the diagram, I can see you the diagram. You can see this is the diagram of a human male reproductive system, which follows by, or which is labeled with the different parts. You can see the testes, scrotum, vas deferens, the ureter, seminal vesicle, bladder, prostate gland, penis, and the urethra. So line wise we'll be studying with this topics with these parts. Okay, the first part is called as the testes, which occurs in pair. So this is the basic point which you need to learn, or you need to take attentive about it, is the testes occurs in pairs. The next point is they produce sperms. So what is the main function of testes? So testes, they produce the sperms. This is the basic role which can be asked frequently in one word or in the objective questions also. But okay, what is the role of testes? That they are responsible for the production of sperms. Also, they produce the male hormone called as testosterone. The testosterone is a hormonal secretion which is responsible for the production of sperms. तो आप इसको किसी भी तरीके से कह सकते हैं कि sperms produce होते हैं in the presence of testosterone, or you can say testosterone are responsible for the production of sperms. Okay, the one more thing which you need to learn about is that there are millions of sperms produced in the testes inside the human male. Okay, millions of sperms. So the next point is, or the next part of which is lined by the testes, is the scrotum. It is a pouch like structure, you can say, which covers the pair of testes. Yeah, or you can say that inside it the testes are being covered up. So scrotum are just like the extensions of the abdominal cavity which contains the testes. The role of scrotum is to protect the testes from any kind of shock, or you can say any kind of injury, any kind of external condition. Okay, also they're responsible for maintaining a lower temperature which is much lower than the body temperature. Okay, so they maintains a temperature lower than the body temperature. It the temperature should be about 1 to 3 degrees centigrade. Okay, that's why the scrotums, or you can say the testes, they hang lying about, yeah, or outside the abdominal cavity. They lie outside the abdominal cavity. So this is the basic reason for which the scrotums lie outside the abdominal cavity, because the activation of sperms can only be considered in the low temperature, which is other than the body temperature as compared to the body temperature. So this is the basic reason. If we talk about the next part of the human male reproductive system, then it is epididymis. Okay, this is epididymis. So you can see in the diagram also, it is a very complex tube-like structure. If I talk about this, then it is a very complex tube-like structure. So you can see this. This is epididymis. Okay, this is epididymis. So this complex tube-like structure is called as epididymis. Another image I can show you also is this. So you can see this complex tube-like structure is called as the epididymis, which is responsible for storing the sperms. The basic role of epididymis is to store the sperms. Alright, so we have discussed the testes, we have discussed the scrotum, we have already discussed the epididymis part also. So next let's move on to the next part, that is vas deferens, which is a very important, the main part of the human male reproductive system. Okay, so vas deferens is a tube-like structure that emerged from the lower part of the epididymis, and it opens into a ejaculatory duct. Ejaculatory means from where the sperms could be ejaculate, sperms could be released. All right, so it collects all of the sperms and also provide the mobility in the sperms with the help of the another associated glands such as the seminal vesicle and the prostate glands. Okay, so if I talk about the role of seminal vesicles and the prostate glands, so the seminal vesicles, they provide nourishment to the sperms inside the vas deferens, and prostate glands, they provide a milky fluidy appearance to the sperms so as to maintain their motileness or maintain their mobility. Okay, so this is the role of vas deferens, which just collaborated with the your seminal vesicles and the prostate gland. Okay, next come to the next part is penis, which is a muscular copulatory organ. So you can see it is just located labeled here. Penis is a muscular copulatory organ which is responsible for discharging or releasing the sperms during the time of copulation, or you can say when stimulated, when the stimulation occur. Okay, then the sperms can only be discharged, and this discharge is being lined up by the help of a tube like structure called as urethra. So urethra is a common passage inside the males for both the sperms as well as the urine. So this way we have covered the parts of male reproductive system we have already discussed, and this way the male reproductive part it gets end up. Now let's come on to the next topic, that is female reproductive system. So if I talk about the female reproductive system, so it is very clear in the image that the female reproductive system is lined by basic 3-4 parts. So you can see the major part is the ovary, which is responsible for releasing the or producing the female gamete, that is being lined up by the tube like structure called as the fallopian tube, also called as oviduct, and this fallopian tube ends up into the a worm like structure called as the uterus, which is being connected by the cervix via the vagina. So all of these parts we have to learn here in the female reproductive system. So it is written here, the human female reproductive system, it consists of a pair of ovaries. As you can see in the image also, the ovaries are occurs inside the in the pairs, and the fallopians too. Fallopians are also occurs inside the pairs. Fallopians are also called as the oviducts. So both of the names you have to recall up, because any kind of any name, the questions can be asked with any name. Okay, and the accessory organs like the cervix, vagina. Okay, so these are the accessory organs which are being lined up with the female reproductive system. Uterus is also a very important, we can say, the part of the female reproductive system, which is responsible for undertaking many conditions in the females. So we'll study line by line. The first main part of the female reproductive system is the ovaries, the pair of ovaries, which are responsible for the production of female sex cells, that is called the eggs or the ova. And the main thing about this egg is these eggs are being produced inside the females during the time of their birth. When the girl is born, the eggs could be produced inside their body, तभी से ही egg बनना शुरू हो जाते हैं. Okay, and the production of egg is being stimulated under the supervision of the female sex hormones called as the estrogen and the progesterone. Alright, so estrogen and progesterone are these two female hormones, female sex hormones, which are responsible for maintaining the phases inside the female body, reproductive phases inside the female body. So next, the reproductive organs which we'll be study is the uterus and the vagina, which are the accessory organs responsible for doing any particular function inside the female. So we'll study with these types, these parts. Okay, the main thing is, if we talk about the diagram, the fallopian tube. This is very important as because it is a major site of fertilization. See, we are studying the human female reproductive system, male reproductive system. Why we are studying? So as to check out how does the sexual reproduction occurs and what kind of measures takes place after the inside the female or male body after the sexual reproduction. So ovaries are responsible for the production of eggs, and these eggs that transferred or reaches to the fallopian tube. When the eggs they get mature, these eggs they transfer to the fallopian tube. During the time of sexual intercourse, if the sperms reaches to the egg, then only then the fertilization could take place. Fertilization will lead into in the fallopian tube, and it will be reaches to the uterus for the implantation. So now, what is implantation? You are having a question in your mind that what is implantation? So implantation is the fixing or the attachment of the developing embryo with the mother tissue inside the uterus. It is the what is embryo then? The embryo is the multiple divisions of the zygote. As you all know, fertilization could lead to the formation of zygote. When the one male fuses with one female, then it will lead to the formation of zygote, and this zygote undergo multiple divisions to form the embryo. This embryo gets attached with the uterus linings of the mother tissue, and that is called as the implantation. This process is called as implantation. Alright, and this implantation is being takes place under uterus. So the question can be asked कि what is the major part of female reproductive system which is responsible for producing eggs, which is responsible for fertilization, and which is responsible for implantation respectively. So you get to know about all these type of parts in the respective manner. Alright. So in the uterus what happens is the implantation. So implantation, as you all know, I have told you, is the fixing or the attachment of the embryo with the mother tissue inside the uterus. Inside the uterus there is another special tissue called as the placenta, which is responsible for providing the nourishment, the nutrition to the developing embryo, like the glucose, oxygen, minerals, ions, etc. So this is being provided under the supervision of a pouch like structure or a bag like structure called as the placenta. So placenta is a special tissue present inside the uterus, responsible for many kind of protective, responsible or act as a special tissue inside the uterus, inside the female body, just like the shock absorber, the nourishment provider. So anything you can say about the placenta. Okay, after then there are two phases occurs inside the female body, and these phases are: if fertilization happens, then what occurs inside the female body; if fertilization doesn't happen, then what occurs inside the female body. So we'll take a look on both of the phases one by one. First, if fertilization happens, so during the time of sexual intercourse, the sperms enters through the vagina, and by the cervix they reaches to the fallopian tube. Inside fallopian tube where the fertile egg is being waiting for, जहाँ पर एक egg wait कर रहा है for the mating, for the fusion. So likewise they reach to the egg, only one will get fused with the egg, and this way the zygote formation, the fertilization takes place, that will lead to the zygote formation. After then the zygote reaches to the uterus, and it will get implanted with the mother tissue, by which the baby or the developing embryo takes the growth or grows. मैच्योरिटी डेवलप करना शुरू कर देता है. सो दिस इज़ अ फेज which leads to the pregnancy inside the female body, and this is in this, yeah, during this time we can say the hormone which is being released at its peak is called as the progesterone. Progesterone hormone is being released during the time of pregnancy. Now let's take a look on the next phase or the another phase, that is if fertilization doesn't occur in the female body, then what happens? If fertilization doesn't occur in the female body, then the egg which is released into the fallopian tube is being degenerated by the endometrium linings. This is called the endometrium lining. These pink like shape structures are called as the endometrium thickenings, which are just responsible, which are just removed out or released out with the help of with the egg, and degenerate with the associated with the mucus and some kind or some amount of blood. This is called as the menstruation cycle, or you can say the menstrual flow, which occurs inside the female body in every interval or every period of 28 days. Okay, so blood comes out with the egg, degenerated egg, and plus the endometrium thickenings and the mucus, some amount of mucus. So these all three four sets up of things which co-associated with each other, and they get released out from the body in the form of menstrual flow. This is called as menstruation. The beginning of the menstrual cycle is called as menarche, which occurs during the puberty stage, and the stoppage of this menstrual flow or menstrual cycle is called as the menopause, which occurs at the age of 45 to 50 years. Alright, and this is the limited age of production of eggs inside the female body, while if we talk about the males, then there is no limit of the production of sperms. Okay, unless and until the male body should be undergo death. जब तक पर्सन की डेथ नहीं होती तब तक स्पर्म्स बनते रहते हैं इनसाइड द मेल बॉडी. सो दिस इज़ द बेसिक प्रोसीजर बिहाइंड द मेल एंड फीमेल रिप्रोडक्टिव सिस्टम्स. ओके, now if we talk about the reproductive health, कि how does we maintain the reproductive health inside the human beings. So now let's take some kind of, or now let's read or study some kind of methods which are responsible for the contraception. And what is this contraception is? It is the avoidance of the pregnancy. This contraception word meaning is called as avoidance of pregnancy. So as you all know, humans reproduce this sexually, and the male reproduces many sperms, number of sperms which are higher than the female which produces the egg, and this will lead to the new progeny after formation of the zygote. But if we know about the financial status, the human resource development, if we check about the if we talk about the resourcefulness, if we talk about the financial status of the country, if we talk about the economy of the country, so we should also take some steps about of the contraceptive methods also, as because they are responsible for maintaining a better reproductive health inside the human beings and create a vast knowledge regarding this. So we study with this reproductive health. So reproductive health is being coordinated with some barriers called the physical barrier, the chemical barrier, and the surgical barriers also. या हम उनको oral contraceptives भी इनके अंदर हम include कर देते हैं. So if we talk about the physical barriers, so the physical barriers are condoms which are being used by the males and diaphragms which are being used by the females so as to avoid the pregnancy. As I have already discussed this thing with you in the online classes also, so these physical methods or the barriers are very much effective in maintaining the reproductive health and controlling the population. Okay, if we talk about the next surgical methods, so surgical methods are the methods which are being removed or which are being taken care of by the surgical conditions, like as I have told you about the vas deferens inside the male, which is responsible for collecting the sperms. Okay, if we cut the end parts or terminals of the sperm of the vas deferens, then what will happen then? The sperms can't be reached or can't be ejaculated from the male body, and they can't be transferred to the female. So इससे क्या होगा बच्चे, इससे क्या होगा, इससे कॉन्ट्रासेप्शन हो जाएगी, मीन्स अवॉइडेंस ऑफ द प्रेगनेंसी शुड बी मेंटेन्ड. Okay, and if we talk about the female surgical method, that is called as the tubectomy. We cut the fallopian tubes from the either side of the fallopian tube, and what happens to by cutting is this, that the egg which is being released from the ovary, it is could not be reached to the, या फर्टिलाइजेशन हम कह सकते हैं कि स्पर्म्स कुड नॉट रीच टू द एग और एग कुड नॉट रीच टू द स्पर्म, सो एज टू कंट्रोल, so as to avoid, so as to prevent the zygote formation. If zygote formation will not takes place, then how does the fertilization occurs? So this is also a basic important point which controls the population also. The next contraceptive method is the chemical methods, or we can say the oral contraceptives, by which the girls or the females take the oral eye pills or the unwanted 72 pills, which are being responsible for avoidance of the pregnancy. So this way we can being we will be covered up, or we will be recovered from many kind of diseases, like the sexual transmitted diseases such as the AIDS, acquired immunodeficiency syndrome, as well as the bacterial diseases also, like syphilis and gonorrhea. AIDS is a viral disease, and syphilis and gonorrhea are the bacterial disease which are being occur due to the presence of due to the sexual intercourse, we can say. So as to avoid the direct sexual contact, we will be get cured up with the many kind of viral and the bacterial severe infections, like the HIV, yani human immunodeficiency virus, or many bacterial infections which cause severe diseases that lead to the death. So this way we have already covered up our chapter, how do organisms reproduce. Okay.